Hey, Fatty, can you and my brother get divorced already?
Andrea, that's really rude of you, you know. I really don't appreciate you always insulting me like that.
Oh, shut up. Don't be so bossy. You can't tell me what to do.
I think I'm asking you nicely enough. If you think I'm trying to be bossy or offensive, I'm sorry about that.
Seriously? That's some attitude you have, really. Why did my brother even marry you?
That's really not any of your business. Besides, I've been making every effort to be considerate of you. And now that we're family, I was hoping we would be able to get along like real sisters, especially since I grew up with only brothers.
Get along? Are you crazy? Never in a million years. You're like so much older than me. We have nothing in common. And who even wants to get along with an old hag like you?
Well, if that's the way you think of me, I guess it's not such an easy request. But you don't have to be so hostile, you know? What is it that you don't even like about me? I can't really recall doing anything that would offend you.
It's not something you've done. You're simply not a good match for my brother. You're way older than him, aren't you? Why did he choose you as his wife? He can do so much better.
I don't know the answer to that. That's something you need to ask Christian directly.
It doesn't matter if I ask him, because I won't be satisfied with any answer he gives. That's why I'm asking you. Why do you even exist?
Andrea, maybe you might feel like I took your brother away from you, because I know how attached you are to him. But I want you to know that's not the case. I may be Christian's wife, but you're still his little sister. I'm sure we make up completely different parts of his life, so I don't think you should think of it as all or nothing.
What? Who do you think you are, giving me advice like that? You should know that there's not even the slightest bit of competition between us. It's pretty obvious that my brother cares about me way more than you. We've always been close, so there's no way he'll ever choose you over me.
I don't think there's any need to compete. Why do you see me as such a rival? Isn't there any way for us to get along better?
Sure. If you just divorce my brother right away, I'm sure we'll be able to get along just fine.
A divorce? That's definitely not something we plan to do.
Well, then it's impossible. I don't think I'll ever be able to get along with you as long as you stay married to my brother. I don't even want to be associated with an old, gloomy person like you. And besides, what would I do if your ugliness is contagious?
My goodness. Why do you have to be so mean all the time? I just want us to get along with each other. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it is. Because I told you already that I don't want to get along with you. So why don't you guys just get divorced already? Because who knows what I might do next?
Don't say that. You're starting to scare me. We can at least be pleasant with one another. We're both adults here. Besides, Christian and I have no plans on getting divorced. So while you're wasting your time with all this harassment, maybe you should just let it go already.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna stop until I can get rid of you. And I have to protect my brother, too.
Protect your brother from what?
From your ugly and wrinkly face.
There's nothing I can say that'll make you think otherwise, is there? I wish your sister didn't hate me so much. I'm really trying my best to get along with her, but it seems like nothing is enough. What happened? Did she say something to you again? She told me that we need to get divorced right away. Huh, like that's ever gonna happen. You can just ignore her rants. She's just looking for attention, so you don't even need to take her seriously. I know that, but it's just been going on for a really long time. Andrea doesn't seem to like the fact that I'm older than you. But there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm sorry. Why do you need to be sorry about that? Our age difference doesn't even matter to me. I love you for who you are, and not because of your age. That's just ridiculous. I'm really glad that you feel that way. But it still bothers me that Andrea doesn't seem to agree. Yeah, but she's always been like that. And I'm pretty sure her hostility towards you isn't just about your age. She just hates the idea of me being with any woman. She really loves her big brother, huh? I guess so. When we were kids, my parents were always so busy with work, so I pretty much had to raise her. And I just let her get her own way all the time, so she was quite spoiled as a kid. But unfortunately, she's still just as spoiled now, even as an adult. I guess I'm partly responsible for the way she acts.
I see. So I guess she's just really attached to you.
Yeah, we've always had a close relationship. But that's not doing any of us any good right now. She probably needs to start changing her ways soon, and maybe I need to start being more strict with her. I'm married to you now, so I can't always have her clinging to me. If she's going to continue making trouble for us, I'm just going to have to start pushing her away.
I don't want you to do anything too extreme. But she said that if we don't get divorced right away, she'll make me regret it. I hope she's not serious.
It's always so hard to tell how serious she is. Anyways, if she keeps harassing you like this, just let me know. I'll give her a piece of my mind next time.
Or rather, would it be okay if I gave her a piece of my mind?
Oh, that's right. Andrea has no idea who you used to be before we got married. In that case, it'll probably be more effective coming from you. The next time she's out of line like this, just let your true character come out. That should be something worth seeing.
Okay, you're probably right. I don't see the point in keeping it hidden anymore. The next time she does something, I'll just react accordingly. But I hope it doesn't need to come down to that, for everyone's benefit. What's taking you so long to get divorced? Since you're just taking your sweet time, I did you a favor to speed things up.
What are you talking about?
I've told my brother so many times to get divorced already, but he still hasn't left you. It seems he doesn't even listen to his little sister's requests anymore. He used to always let me have my way. So don't you think you're the reason why he's changed? I'm sure you brainwashed him or something, so you have total control over the way he acts. He never used to be like this.
Don't be ridiculous. You're just letting your imagination get the best of you. Besides, how is it even possible that you speed up a divorce process that's not even going to take place? And one that doesn't even involve you in the first place?
That's just what you think.
Huh?
I already got the divorce papers ready for you.
Divorce papers? You mean for me and Christian?
Yeah, of course. Who else do you think I mean? I even made sure that all the details, like your address and everything, are correct. So there's no mistake. I guess this finalizes your divorce now. I just need to go submit them to the court, and it'll be official. I can finally say goodbye to my ugly sister-in-law for good now.
You spoiled little brat! You have no idea who you're dealing with.
What?
That's right. You've pushed your luck far enough. Now it's time you learned your lesson.
Wait, is this some kind of joke? What's with the sudden change in character? This is too funny.
Not only have you been mocking me this whole time, but you submitted our divorce papers without permission, where you dropped on your head as a kid.
Does it even matter? What's done is done.
You better hope that's not true for your own sake. If you stop all this nonsense right now, you might still be able to save yourself. Otherwise, God help you.
So, about your divorce papers. I just submitted them to the court and they were accepted with no issues. So you and my brother are no longer legally bound by marriage anymore.
I guess you didn't take my warning seriously. You've really gone and done it now, haven't you? Without even knowing that your brother's now former wife used to be in a gang. And isn't that just unfortunate for you, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Can you not read? Is there a problem with your eyes or are you just stupid? I would have taken it easy on you if you were my sister-in-law. But if we don't have any connection anymore, I don't see any reason to show you any mercy. Guess you decided to mess with the wrong old hag, huh? From now, you're nothing more than a piece of trash on the bottom of my shoe. Or would piece of crap be a better description for you? I mean, not only are you completely useless, but you also make me want to puke.
Wait, what do you mean by all this? I don't understand what you're talking about.
You know how they say that garbage belongs in the trash, right? So, why don't I do the whole world a favor and take care of this piece of crap that's been harassing me? You better watch your back.
Wait, Cheryl? Is this really you? You're talking like a completely different person.
I was trying really hard to get along with you until now. So I was trying really hard to be polite with you. I didn't want to scare you off before we even had the chance to know each other. But don't worry. This is the real me. And now that we're legally back to being strangers, there's no need to get along with you anymore. Or to hide my true self.
So, this is who you really are? And everything else was just a front? And you really used to be in a gang? You never even said anything about it.
I just never had any reason to tell you. Until now. You worthless piece of garbage. I'm just about done putting up with your rotten attitude. Do you still think you did anyone a favour by submitting those divorce papers?
Okay. Do you think you can just calm down for a second? You're starting to scare me. Why are you so pissed? I've never seen you like this before.
I hope you know that it's too late to act all scared now. Let me do you a favour this time and ruin your entire life.
Don't you think you're overreacting? Ruin my entire life? You're not really that mad, are you?
Oh, you have no idea. But it probably doesn't even compare to the terrible mistake you've made this time. Faking our divorce papers and submitting them without permission. Are you stupid or something? Now I need to contact the court and go through the trouble of having them nullify that order. Don't think that you'll ever be forgiven for this.
Can you even do that? Reverse the divorce order?
Of course. There's no way I'm going to accept any divorce orders that were faked and submitted behind my back. Christian and I won't be getting divorced, regardless of what you want.
Well, in that case, you don't need to be so mad. You guys are getting what you want in the end, right? You're not going through with the divorce, so why don't we just let this all go?
Oh, no. I'm nowhere near being done with you. You need to take responsibility for your actions, once and for all. I'm filing a complaint with the police.
The police? What? Why?
What you did. It's called forgery of an official document. You think you can just say you're sorry, that it was just a joke, and call it a day? You never even apologized to me for any of this.
I'm sorry. It wasn't meant to be out of spite.
Do you think I'm stupid or something? Are you saying you did it on accident? I'd love to see you try and explain that to a judge. It was pure spite from start to finish.
And what are you saying? You can't get the police involved. That's just going overboard. Please, Cheryl, you have to understand.
No, you're the one that needs to understand the real gravity of this situation. Seriously, how much more trouble are you going to cause Christian and I before you're satisfied? I've always thought you were really annoying and that your attachment to Christian was a bit extreme. But I let it go as you just being close to him, so I never said anything about it. Especially since we were family. But thanks to you, that's no longer the case, right? So now it's my turn to get back at you.
What do you mean you're gonna get back at me? And why aren't we family anymore? You said that you can get the divorce orders reversed. So that means you and my brother are still married, right? Then that makes us sisters still. That's family.
Actually, Christian is saying that he's gonna cut ties with you.
What?
After everything you've done, he no longer has any more patience left for you. He doesn't want to deal with any of your childish antics anymore. But please, go ahead and keep living your life doing whatever you want. Just don't involve us in any part of it anymore.
You're just joking, right? My brother would never say anything like that. I bet you're just forcing him to cut ties with me.
I guess submitting the fake divorce papers was the last straw. He's even more furious than me.
Oh no, I just got a really long message from him. It sounds like he's really mad. But why?
What do you mean, why? You still don't know the seriousness of what you've done. Sure, I thought it was kind of cute at first, the way you were so attached to your brother. But now it just disgusts me. Do you really think that you'll always be forgiven for any wrongdoing just because you're his little sister?
Wait, he's not even taking my calls. What's going on?
Oh, he said he was going to block you.
What? He blocked me? That's impossible. He always picks up when I call.
There's no point in telling me that. What do you want me to do about it? By the way, I just finished speaking with your parents about this incident, and I plan on contacting the police next. Your life is done.
You even called my parents? No! Why did you have to tell on me?
I didn't want them to be shocked when the police suddenly appeared at their door, so I called to give them a heads up.
You're seriously going to call the police? Are you crazy? I'm your sister-in-law. You want to make your own sister out to be a criminal and even get the police involved? How could you do such a terrible thing? Just watch. I'm going to file a complaint against you and get you back for this.
Go ahead and try. I'm not taking any of your threats seriously. And besides, you can sue me if you want, but you don't even have a case against me. So I don't really see the point. It'll probably end with you just embarrassing yourself.
This can't be happening. I was only trying to protect my brother. I was doing all of this for him.
But you know what? No one ever even asked you to do any of this. And I've never seen Christian get this angry with you. You really took things way too far this time. Why don't you take a hint already?
But he's my brother! What else was I supposed to do?
You could have stopped being so attached to your brother and become more independent, for one. You called me an old hag and criticised me for my age. But you're about to turn 30 soon, right? And you've never even worked a decent job in your life.
You don't have to mock me like that. I've already apologised for everything I did. Can't you forgive me already?
Just saying sorry and being forgiven only works for preschoolers. Your apology doesn't mean anything to me. They're just words.
But we're family, remember? Let's just try and get along.
You have no idea how many times I've already said those words to you before. And how many times I've had those words rejected by you. So, too bad. Those words no longer have any meaning to me. So your request is denied. I told you, I'm going to make you regret everything you've done to me. So be prepared to be ruined. Oh, and you should probably watch your back. Especially when you're walking outside alone at night. After that, an absolutely terrified Andrea appeared on Cheryl's doorstep and profusely apologized for everything she had done and begged for forgiveness. Cheryl held nothing back as she reprimanded Andrea for her actions, but still kicked her out afterwards. Christian kept his word and completely cut ties with his little sister. He didn't even bother seeing her one last time, and now avoids all contact from her. As for Andrea, she was taken in for questioning by the police. Her parents, who were also fed up with her selfish behavior, forced her to move out of the house. She had no other choice but to learn how to be independent, since she no longer had anyone to rely on. She started working, so she's able to support herself now, apparently. But she still can't get Cheryl's parting words out of her mind. So she lives in fear that Cheryl might one day appear out of nowhere and get her back for something else she had done. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to see more content.